By the looks of my watch, it's officially grave time. Happy Veterans Day 2023. To all of those who served our country, thank you so much for your service and most of all for my freedom. Today I'm doing a video on a very important person in the state of California, and that would be Brien Thomas Collins, otherwise known as B.T. Collins. Now, just about a week ago, I was here at East Lawn Memorial Park, located in East Sacramento. For this special Veterans Day episode, I wanted to do a story about the man, the myth, and the legend, B.T. Collins. The very large building on the property of the cemetery is that of the mausoleum, and inside there is also an office. As you walk through the entryway, to the right there is a table with pamphlets and some booklets. One of the many booklets there is a free booklet that you can grab. It tells you about the famous and historical people buried in the cemetery and other locations as well that are under the East Lawn umbrella. The following information that I'm going to read is provided in the booklet on page 8, and it's about B.T. Collins, who was born in 1940 and died in 1993, a colorful Sacramento area legislator, California Conservation Corps and Youth Authority Director, Deputy State Treasurer, and Governor Jerry Brown's Chief of Staff during his first term. Collins lost a hand and leg in Vietnam. The New York State native, was a Santa Clara University graduate and member of the Board of Regents. He raised substantial funds for shelters for battered women, also known as W.E.A.V.E., the American Cancer Society, and the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, which would be located in the California State Capitol Park in Sacramento. His outdoor memorial service held in the State Capitol Park was the largest ever conducted in the Sacramento Valley. Besides making this video about B.T. Collins here on Veterans Day, I also wanted to leave an American flag in honor and respect for his services in fighting for our country. B.T. Collins did quite a bit for not only the state of California, but for our youth and for its future. And his effects on what he has done still continue on today. Sometime in the 1980s, the local NBC affiliate here in Sacramento, KCRA, its anchor, Stan Atkins, followed B.T. Collins to Vietnam. There he wanted to see what the country looked like after war and wanted to visit the very spot where he lost his right leg and right arm. This was a very interesting documentary, and I will have the link down below, but I want to go ahead and show just a snippet of it, and I'm sure it will get flagged for copyright, and that would be a bummer, but for the sake of history and for the sake of telling his story, I'm going to take that risk anyways.
B.T. Collins first arrived in Vietnam in 1965. He left 19 months later on a stretcher with all the memories.
See you walking in a monsoon for not days on end, but weeks on end. You cannot imagine what it's like. It's incessant, never ending.
B.T. Collins has taken a roundabout way to get back here. At first, a painful way, losing an arm and a leg after a grenade explosion ripped him apart 20 years ago during a battle in Vietnam's Delta. In the 70s, life got normal as Collins went back to school and got a law degree. Then it became anything but normal. B.T. Collins went to work for Democrat Governor Jerry Brown. They were the odd couple of California politics, the almost shy liberal governor, and at his right hand, a brash and outspoken Republican. who never seemed to take his new job, his boss, or himself very seriously.
I am terrified. I never had so many things hit me at once. I'm exhausted, and I want my mother.
But Collins distinguished himself during that time as director of one of the governor's pet projects, the CCC, the California Conservation Corps. He took kids from different backgrounds, good kids, bad kids, and gave them all purpose. He was Captain Collins again, running the CCC like a military unit, demanding responsibility and discipline.
There are two words that I don't ever want to hear from a Corps member, and that is can't and never. You could always figure out a way to do it.
And they did. The CCC has become a model for similar programs in 39 other states and 15 countries.
Can we talk about the calendar?
Yeah.
For Wednesday.
Life after the state capitol for B.T. Collins gets very different. Surrounded by the images of his past, he is now a vice president of a major Wall Street investment banking and brokerage firm. And things slow down enough to let him take a vacation. And so he finds himself in an airport in Bangkok, Thailand, holding a round-trip ticket to Vietnam. Once there, just like the old days in California politics, B.T. Collins will again be the focus of public attention and affection.
Boy.
The tall American with the limp and the hook for a hand to the kids of Vietnam is like a Pied Piper.
The lost leg division of Saigon is 75.
75?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And to dozens of other war amputees he will meet, he is a marvel of medical science. His state-of-the-art arm and hydraulic leg are a source of amazement for disabled veterans whose country has not been able to provide them with such post-war assistance. Like the amputee who seemed embarrassed, who walked away from us, not wanting us to see that he was, after all these years, still using as a leg the casing of an old artillery shell.
As I walk around the tombstone of B.T. Collins, on the backside, you'll see an inscription of a pirate hook. And down below, his epitaph reads, "The world's a better place because he was here." B.T. Collins chose to be buried in an old cemetery in Sacramento, with the thought that anyone and everyone in the Sacramento area could visit his grave. He had no interest in being buried in a distinguished veteran cemetery or memorial. He wanted to be buried amongst others in the Sacramento area. And here he is, for all to visit his grave. So if you ever find yourself here at East Lawn Memorial Park in East Sacramento, he's buried beside William Land and others. Be sure to pay your respects to this surviving veteran of the Vietnam War. Bring a flag, or just come out here and just say thank you. This concludes this episode of Grave Time. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you would like to be a fanboy or fangirl of Grave Time, be sure to hit that notification bell so you can be in the loop of the next Grave Time episode. Until next time, thank you to all the vets who served very much for your services and most of all for my freedom. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. Bye.